Welcome to Bitable Tech. I'm Timothy. Today I will review the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus. This is the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus. It has a 4-inch display, 2G and 3G connectivity, 768 megabytes of RAM, and 4 gigabytes of internal storage that is expandable up to 64 gigabytes with a micro SD card. It's not a bad phone. The battery life is decent and the phone runs quite well. It's an older type of phone, but the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus will still get all your basic tasks done. It's nothing advanced and is not a phone for everyone, but it is still a good phone for a basic phone and might be a good choice for you, especially if you're looking for something cheap and affordable, or as a backup smartphone. The Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus might be a good choice for you. On the front of the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus, there is the home button right here. Next to it here is a back button, which you can't see at the moment. And right here, there is another button that brings up a list of options. Those two buttons you can't see until the phone is in use. Up here, you have the front-facing camera. On the side of the phone here, you have the power button, and right here is the micro SD card slot. On this side of the phone is the volume buttons. On the top of the phone is a headphone jack, and on the bottom of the phone is the charging port right here. On the back of the phone is the rear camera and the flashlight. Waking up the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus is as simple as pressing the power button and waiting for a couple of seconds, and then unlocking it is as simple as swiping the screen like that, and we're now on the home screen. Putting it back to sleep and locking it is as simple as pressing the power button once, just like that. And it is now locked and back to sleep. Let's start by taking a look at basic navigation. The menus are pretty fast and responsive when you're navigating them, as you can see. When you open up an app, it usually opens up quite quickly, but can be a little bit of a delay like that. But going back to the home screen is also pretty fast with the back button, and not too bad with the home button. On this phone, the home button sometimes gets a little stuck, and it might take a few presses for me to get back to the home screen. As you saw, it took 3 presses, but on one where the home button is working perfectly, you shouldn't have any issues. And going through the menu here is pretty fast as well. And overall, as you can see, basic navigation is quite easy. Let's now take a look at basic web browsing. There is 2 web browsers on this phone. There is the default Samsung web browser as well as Google Chrome, which you can see on the menu here. But I'm just going to use the default web browser for this demonstration, which takes a little time to open up, as you can see. I don't think there's a home page, so it's just going to load up to whatever it's going to load up to here. But the first thing I'm going to do is load up Google. The phone will now load up Google. As you can see, that was pretty quick. Next, I'm going to load up Facebook to show you how long that takes, and also demonstrate how quick navigating back and forth between web pages is. Now the phone is now loading up Facebook, which hopefully shouldn't take too long. So this actually does not want to load. This phone is a bit old, so not all websites will load up on this phone. I'm going to go back now just to show you how long that takes, and I will try loading up another website. I'm going to load up at www.bom.gov.au, which is the Bureau of Meteorology for Australia. This does work, I just tried it, so I'm going to go ahead and load that up to show you. And that is quite quick, as you can see. I'm going to go ahead and go back now, and we are back on Google. So that's basic web browsing. Next, I wanted to demonstrate video playback, but I'm having trouble doing so. There is the YouTube app on this phone. It is right here, but it is out of date, as you can see. And I'm having trouble signing into my Google account to get to the Play Store on this phone to update it. I am having trouble with the verification. I keep getting a blank screen, so unfortunately I can't do that. The next thing I did was tried through the web browser, but when I type in YouTube, it keeps redirecting me straight to the app, which I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate right now. I've typed in youtube.com and I've just clicked on go, and as you can see, this is what comes up. It goes straight to the YouTube app instead of loading the web version in the web browser. So that's unfortunate. If I go through Google, it does the exact same thing. So I'm typing YouTube into Google here, as you can see, and here is the mobile version of YouTube, but it goes straight to the app. The only other thing I can think of to try is try with Google Chrome, which I'm going to go ahead and do that now and show you the results. I've managed to get to Google on Google Chrome, and now I'm going to try and load up YouTube and see what happens. And the phone is successfully loading up YouTube. So as you can see from my testing, if you want to access YouTube in the web browser on this phone, you're going to have to use Google Chrome because it doesn't work in the default web browser. You'll just get redirected to the app. And I'm going to go ahead and put my channel name in and then play you a bit of a video clip to show you what the video playback is like on this phone. I'm using my main channel for this demonstration, and I'm going to play my channel trailer. And my main channel is the only channel of mine that I have a channel trailer on, so that is why I'm using that. As you can see, YouTube is pretty quick. So I'm going to go ahead and tap my channel trailer right here, and that'll start playing. I'm going to turn the volume up. Now that I've got the volume turned up, I'm going to go ahead and start playing this back for you and show you what the video playback is like. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Timothy Ballard. I do technology videos and I sometimes do thunderstorm videos. This is my Motorola W490. I got it from eBay for $15 plus $5 postage. This is my Nokia 3310. I got it from eBay for $50. This is my Samsung Galaxy Fit S5 673G. I got it from eBay for $25, and welcome to the Windows XP Service Pack 2 setup with it. Before you install this update, we recommend... Okay, I'm going to stop the playback there. As you can see, it's a little choppy at times, but it is definitely watchable and actually better than what I was expecting. If I played the video in lower quality, it probably would have worked even better. But as you can see, video playback is actually not too bad on this phone, and it's definitely watchable. Let's now go ahead and talk about my experience with the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus. I've had the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus for 5 years now, almost, and it's not a bad phone. Web browsing is quite easy, as you've seen, but sometimes it can be a bit slow, but most of the time it's pretty good. Video playback's not bad, as you saw. I haven't had that many problems with the phone. The main issues I've had is sometimes when trying to launch an app or game, especially a game, the phone has frozen up, and the only way for me to unfreeze it was to restart it. And sometimes I've also had trouble getting out of an Apple game, especially a game, and getting back to the home screen, and it took a while to unfreeze and get back, or I've had to restart the device. The other problem I've had is signing into the Google Play Store. As I mentioned earlier, I haven't been able to do that on this phone because it wants verification, and I'm having trouble with the verification because I keep getting a blank screen. On newer devices, it's not a problem. I get through the verification easily. I've put this down to happening because this is an older phone. Those are the main issues that I've had on the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus. Aside from those issues, the only other issues I've had is sometimes the phone being a bit slow and the home button on this phone doesn't work properly. That's not the case with all Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus phones. It just is something for some reason that has happened on this phone ever since I got it. Sometimes the home button will work, sometimes I've got to press it 3 or 4 times, sometimes 5, 6 times or more before it will actually work. But that is not the case on all Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus phones. That is just the case on this one. But other than that, my experience with the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus is been pretty good, fairly decent. I really like the fact that the micro SD card slot is on the side, which is not a feature I see on very many phones. Usually you have to take the back off, but that just makes things really easy having it on the side. That's one of the things I really like about this phone. And as I said, overall my experience with the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus has been quite good. Now I'm going to move on and do a couple of tests on the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus. First, I'm going to test the audio. This is the audio on the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus. As you can hear, it's okay. It's not that good either. It's better than I was expecting by a little bit, but it's still nothing that good. There is definitely phones with better audio out there. It's a bit choppy and a bit noisy. By choppy, I mean the noise that you can hear in the background, which is coming from the audio itself and nothing around me. But other than that, the audio is not too bad. It's also a bit high pitched, but as I said, it is a bit better than I was expecting, and there are phones out there with a lot better audio than that. I will pop this up on screen and you can decide for yourself how good or bad quality you think the audio is, but that is the audio on the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus. Secondly, I'm going to test the camera for photo and video. This is the front-facing camera on the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus. As you can see, it's okay, but it's nothing real good. It's pretty bad quality, but it's still okay and better than not having a front-facing camera at all. This is what it looks like indoors. Now I'm going to test the front-facing camera outdoors. This is the front-facing camera on the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus outdoors. As you can see, it's a little bit better out here because there's more light. But other than that, the quality is pretty similar. But as I said before, it's still better than not having a front-facing camera at all. That is the front-facing camera on the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus outdoors. Now I'm going to move on to the rear camera. This is the rear camera on the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus. On video here, you can see my JVC Bluetooth speaker. As you can see, it's a bit better than the front-facing camera, but still not real good at quality. There are definitely phones with a much better quality rear camera out there, but this is still okay if this is all you have. This is the rear camera on the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus indoors. Now I'm going to show you the rear camera outdoors to show you the difference. This is the rear camera on the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus outdoors. On video here you can see a little garden that I have in my backyard, just a little bit away from my back balcony. It's also worth mentioning that it is almost night here and I am losing light, so this is a good demonstration of what the rear camera is like on the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus in low light. But as you can see, it's a bit better outside than inside because there's a bit more light out here. It's not real good quality, but it's all right and better than nothing if this is all you have. But that is the rear camera on the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus outdoors. That concludes the camera test on the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus. It's also worth mentioning that the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus has a 0.3 megapixel front-facing camera and a 5 megapixel rear camera. The rear camera and the front-facing camera both have 720p video recording. That concludes the tests that I wanted to do on the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus. Now I'm going to move on and give you my overall thoughts on the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus and whether you should buy one. Overall, the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus is not a bad phone. It's pretty basic, but it's still an okay smartphone. It's definitely not something that I'll use every day, but it could be a good choice if you're just looking for something basic and you don't have a lot of money to spend, or if you just want a phone that's okay to have as a backup smartphone, and the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus is definitely okay for that. The Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus is quite decent, has a few features that are good, but also a few things that are not real good. I like the fact that the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus is quite fast and responsive when navigating and doing basic web browsing. I also like that the battery life is decent and the micro SD card slot is located on the side of the phone, which makes it very easy to insert a micro SD card into the phone and expand the memory, which is also another really good thing. I don't like the fact the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus has a small screen size. If that's a problem for you, then maybe don't get this phone. The screen size isn't real bad, but it's still not as big as I would like, but that is something to be aware of. I also don't like that you can have problems signing in to the Google Play Store, as well as problems with the phone freezing when trying to launch and run games and apps or get out of them, as well as sometimes the phone is slow and doesn't perform very well. But other than that, I like the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus, and it is not a bad phone. As I said, I recommend it to anyone who's looking for a cheap smartphone and you don't have much money to spend. It's also good, and I also recommend it to anyone who is looking for a smartphone that is cheap to use as a backup smartphone. And if you're looking for a smartphone with a micro SD card slot that is located on the side of the phone, the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus is a good choice. I don't recommend the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus to anyone who wants a better quality smartphone with better cameras, better performance, and overall better quality smartphone. If that's the case, I recommend you look for another phone and don't get the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus. The Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus cost me $50. I bought it off a friend. You can't get these phones in stores anymore, but you can still get the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus online on websites like eBay and Amazon, anywhere from as low as $30 or $40 up to around $100 or maybe a little bit more, depending on the seller and the condition of the phone. That's a review of the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus. If you'd like to see a written review, I have a written review of the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus on my website that includes a full list of specifications as well as a list of pros and cons. I will put the link in the description so you can check that out if you are interested. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer them and help you out. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. I hope you found this useful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.